Meow, 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 meow. Oh, I don't know what to play. All right. Turn the wrong mic down.
Shush.
No, you're too loud.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck?
That was a good one. That's fucking beautiful.
Your mic is up way too loud.
The way I like it.
Why'd you burp?
Well, because I needed burp.
Ah,
Drinking the beer.
insulting to Jim Morrison. How is everyone? How are you?
Doing good.
Besides burping into the mic.
I'm good. I'm a bit tired.
From what?
I'm waking up at 4 a.m. for fishing that got cancelled, so...
Ah, what are you catching?
Crayfish.
Oh?
Yeah.
Legally, I hope?
Yes, I had to get a license online.
No black market crayfish.
No black market crayfish.
Boys, we're rehearsing across the road.
Yeah, we ran into Mikey and Dan and...
Yeah, and the crew. They're playing tonight, but by the time this goes up, this will be... Oh.
Yeah. It's going to be their last show as well, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just getting together for one show.
Yeah.
But remember we said yesterday, Discord are reforming and they're going to be playing an amplifier.
Yes, I do remember that now.
Yeah, with Cycroptic.
Oh, Cycroptic and their keyboard gargoyle. They're the guys that had the gargoyle keyboard?
Ah.
Cycroptic?
Maybe.
I think they were. The
Mm,
keyboard player had that big gargoyle type.
you sure it wasn't
Sand.
Neverborn?
Was it
or-
Neverborn? But yeah, but those are always the bands together. Disco like Nexus, Neverborn.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they used to play at HQ a lot.
HQ. When
Mm.
what was that other place we played? Old Heat nightclub.
Oh, Heat.
When that was going. What's it called now?
Villa.
The Villa.
Yeah.
Is it actually still going?
I actually don't know. Look, we've lost Jimmy's Dan as well.
Yeah, Jimmy's Den. It's in
Yeah.
the middle of Northbridge. No one cares.
It was cool though.
Yeah,
It was
it's
cool.
okay.
I didn't like the fact that you had to.
Carry your shit up a staircase?
Well, that too, because I hate staircases when you have to load in. But when you just want to have a conversation, there's no escape. There's no other.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily to have a smoke or anything, but just another space away from the music. But in a
Yeah.
way, it's cool because you're forced to. You're there. You have to focus on the band, which is cool.
Yeah.
It's not like a pub with a band on the side.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what else did we lose? We lost something else.
Lost a computer screen. I don't know. I don't even keep track of shit anymore. Venues are up and down, and yeah. But we've got new like tonight. Our boys were always playing at the Sewing Room,
Yeah. Haven't been
which
there
is
yet.
apparently a new venue.
Yeah.
I remember reading about it, getting this place done up, and apparently it's really good.
Yeah, we'll
be
check
nice
that
to
out for the
find.
first time.
I got to find out where it is. Yeah.
Yeah, actually I have to look up where it is. But I don't know. There was that whole scare that we were losing venues, but
Yeah, I think. Well,
I think we're losing punters more than we're losing venues.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Very quiet out there. Maybe we're going to the wrong shit, but
Yeah, we're going to the wrong venues.
yeah. But nah. Every now and again you'll see a good crowd, but it doesn't feel like before.
Well, and I suppose because we're going to go back to talking about being old again.
Nah.
Where-
No, let's not do that because I don't want to reinforce this idea.
No,
that
I'm just.
I think
I was just going to say how the average number of people our age that go to gigs is less than what it was when we were like in our mid-20s and
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
And you look at venues, you Jackrabbit Slims and shit now, where
They will still sell out at night.
yeah,
for
like
sure.
there's
Yeah.
big crowds for those mid-20s
Mhm.
crowd, mid
Yeah.
to late 20s, but when it gets to your early 30s and stuff, the crowds start to go down because everyone's just like have lives. And here we are with no lives trying to find something to do.
Trying to find something to talk about. Oh my goodness.
We're going to have to create some new stories.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have to do shit, I think.
Ooh,
You got a story?
I wonder if we could no, because we haven't really confirmed anything, but we have plans for next year.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll probably not talk about that till we know what's happening. But I actually don't know what you're talking about either. What are you talking about?
Yeah, little road trip.
Oh, that. Yeah, the road trip. Yeah.
the road
Okay,
trip.
cool.
But yeah, and we can't really say anything yet.
That's cool. We'll confirm it, and then we'll say what we're doing.
Yeah.
But it's probably not that interesting now that I think about it.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. No, I think it'll
But
be cool.
what I mean is that that's sometimes like when here we go, Johnny's philosophy. When life gets stagnant, you must traverse.
Okay.
I don't know.
Should there be a sunset behind that with a really bad font
Yes.
and hashtags?
No,
that's true.
Comic Sans.
Yeah, Comic Sans. No, that's true. I think you need to throw a spanner in the works every now and again because I think comfort.
Well, not so much throw a spanner in the works. Just really,
get out there.
Get out of your comfort. Well, not so much a comfort zone, but really just decide to do something, and not just sit there and complain about it.
Yeah. Well, that goes for everything in life, I think. But more specifically, I think this will be a really good opportunity to podcast in a different environment as well. And now that we have this new equipment, we're able to do that quite easily without relying on the cameras and shit. So
yeah, what do we do with that on the cameras? Oh, well, we can't talk. People are like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean podcasting? What do you mean doing things podcasting?"
Yeah.
It's like,
true.
Yeah, but but I don't know. By the time we get this out, it could be closer to that.
That time?
Yeah.
Well, it'll be probably next year.
I don't know. We could have this out before New Year.
Yeah, probably.
But fuck! Oh, the year's almost over. Fuck.
Yeah.
Christmas next week.
Yep.
For us now. Don't know about
now.
when you listen to the podcast, but
You got any plans?
Well, we're playing that show on the 23rd at the Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently there's a big pool party afterwards on the 24th.
A pool party?
Big pool party.
Whereabouts?
One of our mates' places.
I'm not a pool party guy.
Oh, I've been hanging for the pool.
I think I just have an irrational fear of being seen in shorts. Because people will be like, that's what your legs look like?
I'm literally going to just be sitting in the water with drinks and shit.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know about the actual day. Or just, family shit, I guess, or something. Like our family doesn't really celebrate it anymore.
Yeah?
Nah, it's all kind of just,
Well,
we still celebrate it, but it doesn't have the same shit.
You still get together and have dinner or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're doing something.
Yeah. But it's more just like a get together. It's not actually like a Christmas. Like,
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
You don't need to do. You don't really need to do anything.
That's what I think about Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just about buying more shit, really.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of retail stores just blow up over this period because.
Well, they always do. And apparently, there's been less spending this year than other years.
Yeah.
When it comes to Christmas spending, people are like saving money, not spending money.
Yeah, but then again, that's retail though. I think a lot of people are still ordering and getting stuff delivered.
A lot of online shopping stuff. Like, there's even ads now like talking about the online shopping costs and stuff. And there's now companies where you can pay a monthly fee to pay less on like import, like if you buy online.
Yeah. So
it's like a subscription for a shipping type thing.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but who, like, I don't know if you have to, how many people actually buy that amount of stuff to be able to justify paying a monthly fee for online stuff?
Yeah. Well, if you run an eBay store or something like that, you're getting a lot of stuff in and you're selling.
Yeah, but I don't think
stuff.
It's not an eBay thing. It's literally just like online stores.
Yeah.
That, if you buy something in an online store, you pay X amount in shipping.
Yeah.
In postage and stuff. But to minimize the amount that you pay in shipping,
you just pay a set fee.
You pay a set fee.
A subscription for stuff.
Yeah.
No, I know a lot of people that would buy a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Because when you add up the shipping, it does cost a lot. So maybe it is cheaper to just go.
Yeah, but what I mean,
if
you're paying a monthly subscription and then there's 1 month that you don't actually buy anything. What are you paying the fucking thing for?
Well, yeah, you just have to justify whether you buy enough to need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not, you probably just don't need it.
Yeah, but it would. But then that's what I mean. If there's companies actually starting up these like monthly payment for shipping stuff, then obviously there is a big market in people buying online.
Yeah, for sure.
Which doesn't come into the statistics for I don't know, financial spending around Perth and Christmas time.
Yeah. Fuck all those. Yeah, who knows how they get the data anyway for that shit. Yeah. People are still spending money though. I think people are always going to spend money.
Well, that's what money's for.
Yeah.
Money's not for saving. Don't be greedy. Don't be selfish. Put that money back into the economy.
Yeah. Actually, it's really weird when you hear older people from like the baby boomer kind of era. Their approach to money and ours is completely different.
Oh yeah.
Like they're all about saving, which is true, and investing and stuff like that. But we're cut from that, that generation where you just spend it.
Yeah, but that was back when you had to save 60 grand for a house.
Yeah,
and now what you're paying at least
that's just the deposit for the house.
Yeah,
fucking $500,000
for fucking house and land. Like, you fucking kidding me? I don't want to talk about that shit. That just fucking depresses me when I think about that sort of shit.
Well, what's really hard is the commitment to paying something off over your lifetime.
Yeah,
that's what's scary.
Yeah.
Like, everyone needs a house, I get that, and people are still out there doing it. It's possible. It's very possible. I know fucking dozens of people that are buying houses. Yeah. It's doable, but it's the idea that
once you buy that house, you're stuck with that house.
Yeah, unless you sell it and move on somewhere else. Like, you're never really stuck, but it's just the idea of, I'm scared enough, like, trying to pay something off over 5 years, like a car.
Yeah.
Like, for me, that's like, wow, 5 years. Just paying stuff off. Is that what we're here for? Yeah.
That's why
just to live and pay shit off.
I've never had a credit card, and I don't think I'll ever have a credit card, because I've always been taught by my parents and bosses and stuff that you're better off spending the money you have. If you don't have the money, what are you spending? Like, fucking. Yeah.
It is good for emergencies, like emergency flight. Oh, I gotta catch that. I don't have.
Gotta get to LA.
Well,
gotta take a flight.
Like, if your relatives are sick and you gotta catch a flight and you have no money, that's when it comes into play. But
that's what I was saying. I was trying to see if there's any flights where you can book now, pay later.
Yeah,
but I don't think they do that. Like, you have to pay up front for a flight, which is kind of a bit shit.
Yeah. What about subscription-based flights? That'd be cool. If you fly enough to a place, you just pay like a yearly fee and you just get unlimited rides.
Buy 10 flights, get one free. They could be like a frequent flyer.
Yeah, they clip your card. Yeah,
clip your flight card.
You get a free flight after 9. Yeah.
Speaking of, I got a free coffee on my frequent Pyre card at Jester's.
This is really riveting podcast.
I went to Jester's and the girl asked me, "Oh, would you like to claim your free coffee?" And I looked at her and no. She's like, "Oh, but you have a free coffee." I'm like, I don't drink coffee. I don't care about the coffee. I want the free pie. Fuck the coffee.
Yeah. Well, you could get a coffee and then give it to someone.
No. I earn that coffee.
But you're not going to have it. You're going to drink
it. Yeah. I'll trade it in for a pie. No, maybe if I'm very generous, if anyone wants a free coffee, I will give it
to a homeless guy nearby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What was that? Yeah. Don't know where that came from.
That's all right.
Frequent flyer, frequent pyre.
Just revel in the silence. Let's just have 10 minutes of silence.
I can't do it.
You can't?
No, I can't do it.
Too awkward for you?
No. Well, I don't know what silence is anymore. No, I seriously don't.
Really?
No.
Because it's tinnitus.
Mm-hmm.
You poor thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can hear it right now. Like, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't hear anything now.
Oh, I can hear it.
Yeah.
I actually tried to work out what the actual frequency it was at.
And trying to match it?
At one point, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was around 20,000 hertz.
20,000 hertz.
I can't remember.
Do you want to play the tone?
Oh, actually, if this works,
This is gonna...
everyone's going, oh, what the fuck was that?
Is this the pitch that you hear?
I can't. Well, there's a whole bunch here. Work out which one it is. Oh, it's loading.
People listening are like, what the fuck are these guys doing?
It's playing.
What? Is that turned up?
Yeah, should be turned up.
Maybe we're that deaf that we can't hear the frequency. I hear something. Yeah, it says it's playing.
Oh, I don't know what one that is. Nah, people, what the fuck are you doing now? You've lost it. At least people can see it on the video that we've got this.
What do you think the frequency is? How many hertz?
Well, I don't want to sound cliche or anything, but it was actually around 13,500
Really?
hertz. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm not
Really?
fucking kidding. Yeah.
Why is that cliche? Why is that?
Well, because it's my magic number.
That's your magic
That's
number.
my magic number. Yeah.
That could be why you're hearing the frequency.
Well, you never know.
Love how that's not playing.
There's something playing. You hear that click?
I definitely hear something. That's a mouse repellent thing. It says ultimate extreme mouse and fat repellent. No, rat repellent.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I don't even know what we're doing anymore. Everyone's just like giving up. Nah. But yeah, nah. So, yeah, but I've had it before where I've just played the frequencies and tried to work out what it was. Yeah.
So if you play it back, you can cancel it out. That's the idea. Right?
Yeah. Well, that's like there's even like hearing aids designed that play that frequency in your head that are meant to cancel it out. Oh, hear that? So that's like below, that's 37, 38. So it's going up through the hertz. So it's 42, 43 going up. 60 hertz. See how the sine wave slows down and goes back?
Yeah.
And now it gets to 80.
I'm freaking
90.
out.
And see how it just zips again.
Oh, God.
We go on 130.
You're going to want to listen on headphones, people.
Oh, yes. I fucking love this shit. I actually want to buy like a tone oscillator thing where you actually turn it up and you watch the frequency bars. Like if we... people will probably see that on the on the video. We're now at 300 hertz. Everyone's just... people are turning off the podcast now. I just can't stand it.
Good.
Maybe some people are like, I can't hear this. What are they listening to? They don't even know what it is. There's nothing going on. Oh, I'm going to stop, turn it down a bit because that's where it starts getting fucking ear piercing. We're at 900 hertz.
This is when your ear rings. It's around this, right?
No.
Maybe higher?
No, higher. Fucking higher.
Like in the tens of thousands.
There's nothing. But I have, like, on occasion heard hertz down about here that pop out. When I was talking with Tristan, where I've heard things pop out.
I've had low ones, like that low as well.
Yeah, but what I'm hearing, I'll tell you when it sort of cancels out.
Oh, God.
There's a sudden bit... Not a change there.
Oh God.
It doesn't bother me.
Like
It's seriously not bothering me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like drilling into my brain.
No.
Oh, that's
all right. We get up here. So we're getting closer. So now we're at like 1100, 1200. Can you hear that? There. I can't hear that anymore.
I can't hear that anymore.
Oh, it's dropped out, yeah. So going 700, but yeah.
That's like dog whistle.
So, but yeah, when it gets to like 1300,
it cuts out for me. That's where it cuts out for me.
Let me just have a listen. I'll pause it. I'm going to hear it in my head. Yeah. So my tinnitus, for around 13,500, which is where it cuts out for a lot of people. I can hear
you can hear that.
I can hear that.
Oh wow, I can't hear shit.
But that's my tinnitus. That's the frequency of running in my tinnitus, because when it cuts out, I can still hear that frequency going on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and people, like, I've played that before for people, and they're just like fucking holding their ears and going, "What the fuck?" And I'm just like, yeah. That's what I hear when I go to bed and when I wake up.
Holy shit. How do you think that happened? Did you just play that long without earplugs or what?
The combination, I think when I was younger, I actually suffered an inner ear infection or something like that.
Yeah, that's really common though in kids.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I've always had ear problems.
Well,
I've got like wax build up in my ears as well.
Oh, that's probably it. Yeah, but also, is that a genetic thing as well? Hearing loss?
No.
It's definitely an age thing, obviously.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
I'm saying you're an old cat.
Fucking old. Yeah.
Well, no. Well, your hearing just gets worse as you. Get older.
No. This isn't like a hearing type thing. Like I've been to audiologists, and I've got perfect hearing. It's just that I'm sitting there with this frequency buzzing in my head 24/7.
Yeah. And
occasional other frequencies that decide to fuck around with me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other people's bad frequencies.
Yeah. and that's the worst. So that's why it's hard when I go out drinking and get home and try and go to sleep, because everyone knows, the tinnitus kicks in after a loud night and stuff when you're drinking, but then to have that added on to what I've already got, and I just lie there and go, fuck this, and it's just lying in bed, just I have to put on some music in the background and just try and just take my mind off it. Yeah. Which I've actually managed to master. It doesn't bother me that much. Then you suddenly wake up again and starts again.
There's some binaural stuff, like through apps that you can get now, where they just play a hum or some white noise and stuff in the background. Yeah. But then you got to sleep with earphones in, which is a drag.
I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's basically, well, I think I've said it on another podcast, the two, and the ways to cure it is to essentially reprogram your brain, like confuse your brain and trick it to think that the frequency's not there, using playing that frequency, or to remove your eardrum.
Put a new bionic one in.
No, just take your eardrum out and go deaf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because once you take your eardrum out, you're fucked.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Because the ear's got the cochlea is the smallest bone in the body.
Yeah. Well, that does it. Yeah, it's all a series of vibrations and stuff. Yeah.
I think, and it's amazing, especially when we had Tristan on. And the amount of musos that sit there and tell people fucking ear protection. Fucking look after your fucking ears. And everyone's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking, it'll bite you.
Yeah.
Bite you in the fucking ass.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
It's like you have a jam with earplugs on and you're like, I am not feeling this.
Yeah, but I think there's a combination. Like, I used to think, oh, no, it's not cool to wear earplugs. Or they look daggy because, I'm running out with a fucking Bunnings fucking foam thingy earplugs. That stuff you get you're meant to get at the door. The sound guy's meant to provide. Yeah. Or you pay $1 for it at a jam room or something.
Yeah.
But if you can actually get proper earplugs, even like a lot of the music stores will sell the actual sort of musician auto plugs. Generic fit type things, but they're designed for that purpose. Whereas I think I've got molded earplugs with attenuators in. I think you've got something similar.
Yeah, I've got Ultimate Ears molded ones, like in-ear monitors with I think only a dual channel. Like they go up higher, but that was more expensive. But it was like $600.
Yeah, not cheap.
And I had to go to the audiologist here in East Perth. They took a mold of my ear, sent it off to LA.
They sit you there and they put like a cotton bud with string in your ear.
Yeah.
And then they just fill it up with like this putty shit.
Yeah, this putty stuff.
You just sit there and go.
Yeah.
And it's like everything's just deaf. Like, oh.
I know. It feels like you're underwater or something. Yeah. And the lady was very attractive that served me, and she put something because you have to bite down on the thing.
Yeah.
You have to bite down because then that apparently clenching your jaw opens the ear canal.
Yeah.
So she's like, but just bite down on this. It might be about 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, cool. By like 5 minutes in, I was drooling on myself. And she's like, don't worry about it. And she was like dabbing my mouth with a bit of, and I was like, oh, thank you. And I felt so like, what do you call it? Ashamed. I was drooling so much. But yeah, that was weird. And when she pulled it out, the mold out, it was like all this earwax like connected to it. And came out with it, and it was fucking gross.
Now that's something I don't want to really talk about it because it's kind of one of my
earwax.
Earwax. Because when people talk about it and think about it, it's just disgusting.
It is.
Think about Shrek sticking a candle in his ear and pulling out.
Yeah.
But there's something satisfying about getting that wax out of your ear.
Oh yeah, of course.
And like I've actually been to the doctors where they sit there with like almost a bucket under your ear.
A syringe.
Big stainless steel syringe filled up with warm water and just...
It's an ear enema.
Yeah.
Yeah, they blast it out.
Since I've been young, like I've always gone to the same doctor and she's always sort of surprised by the shit that comes out of my ears sometimes.
Yeah.
To the point where she's almost taken a piece over to show someone else because it's just unbelievable what can come out of your ear like that.
Yeah. Just brown water comes out. It's fucking disgusting.
Not for me.
Really?
No.
I've had like brown water.
I've had fucking chunks like huge. Nah, yeah, that's what I don't want to talk about it, but yeah.
No, yeah, I've had that when I was a kid. And even the nurse is like, "Whoa, look at that!" All casual. But I don't know how the fuck they can administer that. That's the grossest job.
Well, I mean, like I've got this syringe at home now. Try and do it myself.
You can do it yourself.
Not the same. Yeah, it's not the same, but I still get the same results. But it's also like because it's caused by a lot of moisture in your ears. Like you had to have a shower and you've got a bit of water in your ear, and you put your headphones on. Say you're sitting in front of a computer or doing something, you got headphones on.
Yeah.
That moisture is gonna sort of evaporate inside your ear and cause a lot more crap.
Yeah. Do you have the dark colored wax? Or do you have pale?
It changes.
It varies?
It varies.
I find it varies with the amount I'm using headphones. So if I've been using a lot of wet like headphones and there's a lot of sweat, or in summer, it might be a bit more gooey. But then like in winter, it's really just dry and crusty. It's weird.
Is it when you get water behind the eardrum and you tap your head and it sounds hollow? Gong, gong, gong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you never had
that? That could just be because you got no brains in there. Yeah, fucking shit. Yeah, but yeah, ear problems. It's just one of those things. It does catch up with you.
Yeah.
Along with the million other things that are going to catch up with us.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like there's something about frequencies. And not just in the audio frequency, like we talk about like the light frequencies as well.
Yeah, the light range. Yeah.
Well, and I've always sat there trying to decipher the universe myself. I'm a self-proclaimed physiologist. I don't know.
That's not what it is.
Shut up.
It is not a physiologist.
I know. I'm just making words up.
Yeah.
But how you think about you've got the audio frequencies. And then you've got the light frequencies. What if they're the same frequencies? Like, what if that audio frequency, which kind of ends at 1500 hertz, becomes so dense? Because you see how the
waveform is getting denser as well. Yeah.
That it gets so dense that actually becomes like a
matter.
Yeah. Well, and then the audio frequency becomes light frequency, and then the higher that light frequency gets even more, it then becomes these electromagnetic frequencies.
Yeah. Yep.
What if it's all just the same fucking shit?
It is. I think they're all simply levels of vibration. That's all it is. From the lowest, which is an inaudible hum, all the way to high violet. They call it the violet color is the highest.
Well, now how vibration. you say it starts from that inaudible hum. I reckon there's shit below that.
Oh, there's stuff below that.
I reckon
in hell, dark matter.
But no, almost in that You know that sort of feeling where you almost feel something's wrong, but there's nothing that you feel something
every day, man.
Yeah. No, it's people talk about that gut feeling type thing.
Intuition, gut feeling.
Yeah. What if that is shit that is caused by frequencies that are below that real audible level? That is just so fucking.
Notice it hits you in your gut as well. Like so, if you're into the whole chakra vibration thing, that's the lowest. That's near the root. Chakra.
Yeah,
so.
your gut and then your up to heart. And fucking head.
And then violet, which is your crown chakra.
Yeah.
But
well, you think about it, your audio frequency comes through your ears, the light frequency goes through your eyes, and the electromagnetic frequencies go through your brain. The three chakras are right there. So you take it back down a level. You know, sub goes through your heart, and even worse goes through your fucking stomach.
So that's why you have the gut feeling.
Yeah.
That gut
because
feeling.
that gut feeling is rumbling at a minus 15 million hertz.
Yeah, but
the sound of Jupiter.
So when you see a rainbow, I mean, that goes through various spectrums, doesn't it?
Yeah. The lights, and that's the thing that when I look at a rainbow, I go, okay, so the light starts at a certain color and goes through the 7 colors.
Yep.
7 chakras, and then stops again. But you think, well, it doesn't make sense for it to just be these 7 colors in one spot.
Yeah.
There's got to be something beyond either side of it.
Yeah.
And obviously, that's where people go, well, it goes into the ultraviolets and things. But, what I'm saying is beyond the visual spectrum, when the frequencies get to certain levels, they change their molecular structure.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
and then
actually, light doesn't. Ooh, does light have a molecular structure?
I have no fucking idea.
Is light matter or is light a wave? It's both.
Yeah.
It's neither.
Well, the weirdest thing is to replicate a rainbow, you need some sort of a top or some sort of a solid lens to go through. So it's weird because like when you see a rainbow coming out of the lake, for example, the light's not actually there. It will pivot and change according to your perspective. So if you were in a helicopter, there would still be a rainbow there, but you're not going to see it reach at any point. So it's weird. When the higher you are, when you view a rainbow, it's actually a circle, circular, but on the ground level, it looks like it's touching the ground.
Yeah.
So it's completely an illusion in a way.
What blows my mind about the rainbows, now this is a weird one. So it's a rainbow is caused by what, light refracting through water. Through water
particles. Yeah.
But water is made up of individual drops, aren't they, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at rain, you're looking at individual drops. Now, light would be refracting through each individual drop, which means each individual drop would be casting its own rainbow.
Yep. So what you get is a haze effect.
Yeah.
Right.
But
so when you see a perfect, I know what you're getting at. So when you see a perfect rainbow, how can that be?
Yeah. If that rainbow, if there's like lots of drops of water, and each drop is refracting its own rainbow, it technically would cancel itself out. Or would just be
a haze.
Of not even brown, because what happens when you mix all colors together, you get brown.
It'll just be like kind of like a holographic sort of rainbowish type look, and you see that every day when you water your plants, and you get the haze of a rainbow.
Yeah,
but in order to get a solid rainbow, like they still don't really know how it's solid like that, and the only explanation is there's some sort of a roof above us.
Shit.
People
don't go there.
Yeah. People are now like, all right, I'm turning this shit off.
I'm turning it off. No, but it's
I
don't want to say common sense, but it's just one of those things where unless there's something that we are completely missing.
Yes. Yeah.
Like on a level, like maybe we look at a rainbow from a certain distance where we're looking at a wall of water. And if you actually zoomed all the way in and took each individual drop, there would be a rainbow in each individual drop.
Yeah.
But it's one of those fucking natural mind games.
Yeah.
That you look at it and go, how and why does that shit happen?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I don't think about whether each individual drop is making a light, or if there's a fucking dome over the planet or some shit like that. It's more the idea of when there's something that doesn't make sense like that, how many people actually take that time to go and investigate and actually work out why shit is like it is.
Yeah.
And how many people just read a book or watch a YouTube video and say, oh, well, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. That's what we're doing. Yeah. Yeah, but you're right. With a lot of these natural phenomenon, we don't even see it or even investigate it in our lifetime. We're just kind of going, oh, that exists. Cool. What is it?
Yeah, we hear these stories and we just go, oh, well.
And we just, okay, cool. And we never, actually do any of the actual experiments ourselves.
But okay, no, but let's go into something that we've actually talked about amongst ourselves.
Right.
And not in public where we will get stoned. The rocks thrown at us. Not fucking stoned because we're already stoned anyway.
This is the guy.
Now, the double rainbow.
Yeah.
We've talked about this whole double rainbow thing, and we talk about these halos around the sun and halos around the moon.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's recent. That's recent shit. That shit, when we were kids, when we were small kids, when was the last time you saw a double rainbow?
Never.
When was the last time you saw a halo around the moon or the sun?
Yeah.
Unless we were so oblivious and it was never documented. That shit is happened in the last
30
not even
years.
that. Fucking 5-10 years. That's what I'd say.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing it everywhere. We're seeing double rainbows everywhere. We're seeing halos around the moon, halos around the sun. And everyone's like, oh, it's just... I don't know what people are fucking saying it is.
Light refracting moisture or condensation or particles.
Particles in the air, whether they're water particles or lead particles that have been fucking dropped by a fucking plane. Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
But it's recent shit.
Yeah.
That shit is, you go home and ask your parents, and, when you were a kid, did you see a double rainbow? Or did you see a halo? They'll be like, well, they probably won't even answer because they won't want to admit it or some shit like that.
Well, they probably just haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Well, but it's amazing how little people look up and just observe for an extended period of time. And I know everyone's yelling, I don't have fucking time, I got a mortgage, I got kids. But it's like, how often do you look up and just ponder? Because there's a lot of weird shit. Sometimes you look at the moon on a clear night and there's the brightest halo refracting, almost like it's refracting through another fucking texture or something, or some obstruction, and it's shining this light on
the dome over the dome.
And I find it weird that the fucking the major news networks, which I don't fucking trust, and no one should. And I know I sound like a tinfoil hat wearing cunt, but they immediately come out with an explanation, going, so remember that CNN shit we saw? If you see a halo around the moon, just don't be worried. It's just particles from condensation, and you're like, why are you feeling the need to tell me what it is? And then it's like sports and the weather after that. It's like, I don't believe any of that shit.
Yeah. But and I think, I don't know if people are scared to admit it or scared to ask the question. Obviously, people, I'm not going to ask why there's a double rainbow because I'll look like a fucking kook.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to ask if there's weird particles in the air causing fucking these things because I'll look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But, mate, there's no such thing as a stupid question. There might be, but there's no such thing as a stupid question.
Yeah.
And if there's something that in your mind you're looking at it going, well, does this make sense? I want to know. Yeah. Well, there's no harm in wanting to know.
And that gut feeling, like, why do I feel like this just isn't right? Not in the sense that there's something wrong.
Yeah.
But it's this feeling like, why are people not looking at
But not
this
even
shit?
That. It doesn't even to do with other people. It's almost just that self thing to yourself, if it doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Or if to yourself you don't understand something, then there's no harm in going out and trying to work out what the fuck's going on.
So much about information.
I'm actually going to do it right now.
Yeah, we'll have a look.
I'm not going to be a fucking hypocrite.
But
and I'll find the answer, and everyone will be like, "Yeah, shut up, Johnny."
So much of our information is literally second, third hand stuff that's handed down.
YouTube,
the perfect and most credible source is YouTube videos.
Okay, I'm just gonna Google
Yeah.
Google has the answers to everything. What causes a double rainbow? A rainbow is a meteorological phenomenon that is caused by reflection, refraction, and dispersion of light in water droplets, resulting in a spectrum of light appearing in the sky. Okay, fair enough. So the water droplets are creating a rainbow. Even though I asked before, does an individual drop create its own rainbow?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but how does a wash? I
Yeah.
suppose, well, perspective.
Yeah, perspective.
It takes the form of a multicolored circular arc. Rainbows caused by sunlight always appear in the section of sky directly opposite the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a rainbow. What causes a double rainbow is what I ask. The weather guys. The weather guys will answer for me. The classic rainbow is a single bright colored arc. Red is the outermost color of this arc, and violet is always the innermost color.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
On occasion, you may have seen two rainbows at once. The lower rainbow is the primary rainbow, and the higher, fainter colored arc is a secondary rainbow. Well, there we go. One rainbow is the first one, and the second one is the second one. Look at these weather guys are great. The color sequence of the secondary rainbow is opposite to the primary. Red is on the inside of the arc, and the violet is on the outside.
It's inverted.
I didn't get that.
It's inverted.
I didn't know that. That's cool. We're learning.
It's a mirror.
When sunlight passes through a triangular glass prism, because there's obviously a glass prism in the sky, it separates into the colors of the rainbow. This separation happens because different colors bend or refract by different amounts. The shortest separation of colors is referred to as dispersion. Not only prisms, but also water droplets and ice crystals can cause dispersion. To form a rainbow, you need large drops of water and the sun at your back at the correct angle. So again, it's saying that large drops of water are causing the refraction. But like I asked before, does each individual drop create its own refraction? And how come we're seeing what looks like a rainbow that you'd see from one droplet?
Yeah, one solid rainbow.
Raindrops act as prisms, bending and reflecting the sunlight that falls on them, just like the crystal hung. Yeah. As light enters water, the path it takes changes. How much the direction changes to function like that. You probably notice that a smooth water surface can act like a mirror and reflect light. If the light beam entering the raindrop reaches the back of the drop at a certain angle, it undergoes a reflection and heads back towards the sun. As the light exits the raindrop and re-enters the air, its path bends at an amount that again depends on the color. This bending of the light as it enters and leaves the drop disperses the light of the sun into its spectrum of colors that form the rainbow. So again, it's saying that each individual drop is dispersing the light.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can kind of understand why like a wash of like rain in the distance, like a wall, creates it. But if you're taking individual rainbows and you put them all next to each other,
yeah.
But that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking what causes a fucking double rainbow, and they don't even ask anymore.
Yeah. Well, they didn't
sometimes
really answer
the light
question.
reflects twice off the back of the raindrop. This leads to the secondary rainbow. The second reflection causes the order of the colors in the bow to reverse.
Right.
So
sometimes
the light reflects
twice
off the back of the rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
Of the back of the raindrop.
Yep.
Now, individual drop creates its own rainbow. Now, if you took two raindrops and put them next to each other, blue, green, red, violet. No, wait, what's it go? Red.
Red's on the outside.
Red's on the outside. And
violet's on the inside. And then that inverts for the secondary.
But then
rainbow.
you'd see red, blue, green, whatever it is, and then you'd see it again because there's two raindrops. You'd see the same colors.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of raindrops together, each creating its own rainbow, or reflection of light, let's say, then it would just be like a fucking kaleidoscope of fucking color.
Yeah, just looks like a big hologram.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
But when we see a rainbow, we're looking from a distance. So is that light reflecting through, like I'm saying, like a wash, like a wall of water?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's sometimes reflecting twice.
Yeah.
Like, how does it suddenly start reflecting twice if it never fucking happened before?
Yeah.
Or it's never been observed before?
Mm.
What is suddenly causing it to...
It's obvious. There's another layer. Well, remember how the only way they could replicate a rainbow indoors was to put a roof on it? In a glass house?
Yeah.
And then they could replicate solid rainbows.
Yeah. But we've talked about that. Like the essentially, yeah, it needs to be an enclosed environment
in order to create a solid rainbow.
Yeah.
That's not a mist like you see with sprinklers in the summer. That's a mist, right? Because there's lots of
yeah, but the whole
particles of water.
I mean, the argument of individual raindrops reflecting all the colors of the rainbow, and then they're all scattered, being a kaleidoscope. You know, it still makes sense if there's a wash from a distance, because what you're seeing is not individual drops. You're seeing a whole wall of thing.
Yeah.
But when it comes to what we're saying about the enclosed space, well, that's the atmosphere.
Yeah.
That's our glass dome. Is this stratosphere that encompasses our planet?
You mean the radioactive one?
No. Stratosphere.
The stratosphere.
Stratosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the normal atmosphere around the Earth.
Yeah, so okay. And then above that, past low Earth orbit, then you have the Van Allen radiation belt.
Oh, but that's way further
that's high,
away.
That's higher. Yeah.
Like here we are. This is the I want a good looking image to look at. This one here. What's it from? The Planetary Society. Yeah, that'll do. So yeah, essentially we around the planet, the first level of our atmosphere is the troposphere, which is 0 to 12 kilometers high.
Yeah.
So when you go 12 k's high, you break through the troposphere into the stratosphere.
Mm-hmm.
And stratosphere goes up to 50 k's. Now, so you're saying our ozone layer is between 20 and 30 k's. 30 k's away. 30 k's away is the fucking ozone layer, which apparently there's no longer a hole in it anymore because no one cares.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the hole in the ozone layer.
Yeah. That story died.
Yeah, there's nothing in it. And then beyond the stratosphere, you got the mesosphere, and you got this thing called a Kármán line. I don't know what the fuck that is. Then from 80 kilometers to 700 kilometers, that's the thermosphere. That's where the space station goes.
The ISS, yeah.
The ISS. Mm-hmm. And then beyond that, you've got from 700 to 190,000 kilometers is the exosphere. And then 384,400 kilometers away is the moon.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's fucking mind-boggling when you say that the space station sits 80 k's to 700 kilometers above the Earth, which is not. I mean, this image is so fucking out of proportion. It makes it look like it's fucking 2 Earths away from the planet.
Yeah, that's not a very accurate one. Yeah.
But anyone that looks at any live space station videos or any just things of a space station, it just sits above the fucking planet.
Yeah.
700 k's away. That's here to fucking Geraldton.
Yeah.
That's the fucking that's space. Is from Perth to Geraldton is fucking space.
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb. That's not space. Fuck off.
What would it be? Low Earth orbit?
Well, yeah, it's low Earth orbit. But to think that that's how far away they are going to be in space.
Yeah. And it's weird how NASA have even Freudian slipped, not even going past low Earth orbit. In fact, like the whole recent Trump, like the whole Trump thing about going back to the moon, they even mentioned that a handful of times. This will enable us to go finally above low Earth orbit.
Yeah,
is that just a
Well,
a Freudian thing?
I don't know
Like,
if it's Freudian or if it's a contextual thing.
Yeah.
Where they're talking about, they could be talking about modern missions and modern, actual scientific missions.
Yeah.
Because we all know that the moon was not a sign. That's not even a fucking myth. That's not even a conspiracy. The moon landing, if it happened, was a military operation.
Yeah.
Nothing scientific about it. Maybe a few of the following ones, if they happened, were scientific. Maybe they would have been scientific. But yeah, but I don't know. It's a weird thing for them to say that we can finally reach outer
go beyond
low Earth orbit. Like, we've been there. Why
I
say
thought we've
that?
fucking been there.
Yeah, but then you got to think, well, maybe he's just a fucking retard, or they're talking contextually about modern scientific research, or
manned missions. Manned missions.
Well, because man never went beyond low Earth orbit.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's weird how they lost all of the original tapes as well. Do you know that? Of the moon landing. They've actually lost something in the vicinity of hundreds of hours of footage.
Yeah, Buzz has probably got it stored in his locker room in his basement, along with all those little kids. No, I didn't mean that.
Why?
Buzz. Sorry, Buzz.
Why would you say that? What the fuck?
Thought that was the trend.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, but come on, Buzz Aldrin looks like he's a fucking crazy dude.
He's lost it, man.
He's lost his fucking mind.
He's had to keep his mouth shut for fucking ages.
But not even that. It's just the fact that he did one thing in his life, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
And you've got cunts like us questioning what he did, and you've got other people praising him for what he did. Like, and you've got to go around like essentially parading this one event.
Yeah,
and then you're that guy for the rest of your life.
And he's never going to do anything else with. Well, I don't mean he's not going to do anything else with his.
life.
Yeah. He's done stuff with his life.
It. You can't go anywhere higher. Yeah. No pun intended. You can't go higher than the guy that was on the fucking moon.
Yeah.
And I love how like Armstrong just refused to fucking do interviews after a certain stage. He's just like, I'm out.
Yeah.
He just refused to do it anymore.
Yeah.
He just had enough.
Yeah, but I think when you look back, Armstrong was he was a what's the word? What's the way to describe it? Like let me think. Like a good person.
A good person.
He was a good person. Like he was.
He didn't want to buy into the whole fame thing. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I mean. Yeah, he was modest.
Yeah.
Modest is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is that the word? Modest.
Yeah, modest. Yeah.
Whereas Buzz is like just fucking, yes, I'm the moon man.
Yeah.
Look at me, send me money.
Have you seen some of his recent fucking interviews, like talks at universities and stuff? I feel sorry for him. I think he's on the Buzz.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, he can get any fucking drug he wants.
Buzz is buzzed.
Yeah, Buzz is buzzed. Like,
he's like, there's one interview where he's on stage at some school and he's like, one day I decided I want to go to the moon, and so I did it. And it was like that for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, but nothing will ever happen to Buzz. Buzz Aldrin could kill someone, and he wouldn't go to prison. I kid you not, because he's not only an American hero, he's a fucking world hero.
Yeah,
there's nothing, I couldn't imagine anything on this planet that he could do, apart from keeping kids locked up in his basement, that would get him in trouble. Because he's the man, the only man alive now. Well, no, there's still a few.
There's a few.
But essentially the second man in the planet that went to the moon.
Yeah.
Now that Neil's gone. Like, fucking, yeah. But also the fact that astronauts, especially moon walking astronauts, which there was only... How many? There was 17 moon missions. Only 15 of them went to the moon because 11 blew up. No, not 11. 10. 10 blew up.
Yeah.
13 didn't make it. So out of the 17 missions, 15 made them. There were 2 people per 15, 30 people. So 30 people on the entire planet are astronauts that have walked on the moon. They're beyond 33-degree Freemasons. They're fucking beyond that.
Holy
shit, you're not.
Well, do you know that is a fact? A lot of them are admitted, like,
Oh yeah,
secret society teams.
Yeah. Well, there you think about, the NASA in the fucking 60s and 70s. They weren't just gonna send anyone to the moon.
No.
If they went to the moon, they weren't just gonna send anyone to the moon.
The compartmentalization is crazy in
Yeah.
NASA. I've even had dudes that have, let's just say, they potentially worked on stuff to do with NASA. And they've actually said to me, like, there are sections of NASA blacker than a black hole. Meaning you will never hear what the fuck they're really doing. You will never, ever hear what they're actually up
We
to.
get NASA Light.
Yeah,
we get NASA Public.
Yeah. we get the PD stuff. We get the public domain stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff they're actually doing and that they actually know.
Yeah.
Like, we will never fucking hear of that shit. Are you cold?
Yeah, I'm a bit chilly. I feel like I'm in space.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely. So the astronauts are part of such an elite group of people on this planet.
Yeah. They're military, essentially.
They're like the blackest of black fucking op military. But they do one thing. They do one job. And that's it.
Yeah.
They never go back to the moon. They never fly again. They never get like another job.
Yeah.
Like, name one astronaut that went on to be a fucking commercial airline pilot. No.
Yeah.
Once you've been to the moon, that's essentially the end of your career.
You sign your life away to that shit. You can't imagine the fucking NDAs that they had to sign for that shit. Like, oh my goodness. There's this really good video on YouTube on a Neil Armstrong interview where it's a behavioral psychologist, and they just read just objectively just read the behavior of their interviews, and what they came up with was none of the astronauts ever use personal experience language. Yeah. They always go with statements, very, very middle of the road
statements.
Group statements, like, well, we saw, and as we know, the sun looks like very divisive, like
essentially reciting the handbook that they had to read before going to the moon.
Pretty much. Like, and you can tell, like, the summary was that these guys are under such heavy NDA, like non-disclosure shit, that they can only answer in a group sort of mentality or a detached way. Like, instead of going, so like some of the questions were like, so what did the moon look like at the time? And the responses were like, well, we all know that the moon looks like this. And what we saw, and it's all divisive. None of them went, holy shit, when I was there, it was like, it was this and that. They were all just very diplomatic, very politician. Yeah. This is how it looked, and this is what we all know how it looked like.
Yeah, read the script, And it's actually funny, because we went and saw Gene Cernan when he came to Perth, The Last Man on the Moon, promoting his documentary, Last Man on the Moon. And it was essentially that, where when he was up on stage, now this is weird as well, because he came up on stage, he's an old man, he's like in his 70s, 80s, probably early 90s. Oh, he's actually dead now. Sorry, I take that back, because he did die couple of months later. But when he came on stage, he came with his buddy, his old army buddy, came up on stage with him, kind of like a friend. So he's not sort of sitting there, an old man in front of all these people, someone he could sit there and talk with. But I'm sitting there going, there's something a bit strange about this, because a lot of the time when he was telling a story and trying to say something, his buddy would jump in and sort of almost change the topics as well.
Derail it.
Just turn it into two old men talking about war stories. And then again, when it came to the whole question time, let's hear from the little kids. Are we ever going to go back to the moon? When are we going to go to Mars? Those dumb remedial questions. Yeah. And it was fucking bizarre.
And that's it.
But yeah, no. But essentially, it's exactly what you're saying, where, you'd think going to the fucking moon, you'd be like, so what was it like going to the moon? It was fucking amazing. Yeah. It was so great. But at the same time, like we're saying, these astronauts are highly fucking trained. They are so much fucking red tape.
Yeah.
So much secrecy behind what they're doing. So many formalities. All that shit that it's almost if they wanted to just
They couldn't.
They couldn't.
They can't. They can't express themselves. Actually, so we will never know.
Except what's his name? Ed Harris. No, not Ed Harris. Fucking
Ed Harris?
the guy that looks like Ed Harris.
Yeah, he was on the Moon in the Truman Show.
No, what's his name? The astronaut.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about.
He did the video clip. Fuck! I these names on the tip of my fucking tongue.
Chris Hadfield.
Chris Hadfield. Yeah. You know, you look at him now, but he became like the astronaut for the millennium.
Yeah.
And he's up
for
there.
the millennial.
Yeah. And he's taking
astronaut.
these fun videos and doing these silly key experiments. But he's
sending albums to space.
Yeah, but he's sitting in a fucking tin can floating 700k, floating from here to Geraldton above the Earth. It's fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And even the other week,
what do you mean that's nothing?
Well,
that's something.
It's something, but
yeah,
fucking be a bit boring. Really, you're sitting from Perth to Geraldton in a fucking tin can, just going around.
I love your reasoning. You're like, it's not that great. It must be pretty boring.
Yeah. But I mean, the Russian cosmonauts returned to Earth just the other day, from the space station, and there's going to be another manned launch in. Can't remember when it's going to be, but yeah, they're going to launch another 3 astronauts back up to the space station.
We've got SpaceX now, so we've got private companies now going up there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting to hear what's happening about those 2 millionaires that bought tickets to go around the moon.
They'll stick him in a fucking simulation and just go, there, you went to the moon.
but now this will be the good sort of
conspiracy killer.
The killer, exactly, because how you're saying, like, when you take a military personnel, someone that is part of a mission, such as NASA and the moon mission, that essentially are under all this tape that they can't talk about this shit, and then you take 2 fucking billionaires that obviously made shit tons of money off a fucking .com, don't know what to do with their money, let's go around the fucking moon. Like, if you and me had money and we went around the moon, do you reckon we'd be, like, doing dumb shit? We'd be fucking podcasting around the moon. We'd be fucking smoking weed and taking selfies while podcasting around the fucking moon. Because if you can afford to do that, you fucking do that.
Yeah.
Now, and I keep saying, if these 2 fucking billionaires that go around the fucking moon don't have fucking selfies,
hundreds of hours of
just video camera doing dumb shit, then there's something fucking amiss.
Yeah.
Because if I paid for a fucking ticket and I was the only one on the flight, I'd be fucking having a party.
Yeah.
Because it's all going to be automated. They're not going to have to sit there and fly it like fucking
no
Michael Collins did trying to pick up fucking Neil Armstrong and shit. It's all it's a fucking ride. They strap in, the rocket takes them around.
Yeah.
You could be as fucking blind piss as you fucking want, and it won't make a difference.
I don't think you can. I see what you mean. Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, if there is no defining fucking proof of this fucking ball of rock that we call the moon that somehow affects the tides and shit, then nah.
Yeah. Where do you go from there?
Exactly.
Unless, if you really want to get conspiratorial about it, like, the level of trickery and CGI would be so good. Because the fact is, like, it's hard to even NASA, when they post on their Instagram, it starts to get really hard to distinguish between CGI artist renderings, which they don't disclose. They don't disclose it's a rendering, from real footage. And what you'll find is, like, NASA's Instagram, all these social media outlets, they're riddled with composite images, essentially. So we're now bombarded with composite images from NASA, as well as the space and whole sci-fi movement in Hollywood. And it's like, what we deem as real footage now, we can't even tell. We can't even tell what's really real anymore. And it can be totally done.
Anything, like, I mean, they could get these to, like, obviously they have to go through these medicals and shit and say, oh, you got to, do this, eat this, take this, drink this, take this pill.
Sustain this amount of G's.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Take this pill. They could easily fucking drug them, put them in a fucking simulation, a full 3D fucking moving around simulation. They wouldn't fucking know. But it's how did that prove it to the public?
Yeah.
It's.
I think we're losing people now.
We're losing people.
We're losing people.
But no, so December 17th, I mean, this probably won't be up by then, but on Sunday, December 17th, Expedition 54 launch is Scott Tingle of NASA, Anton Shkaplerov of Roscosmos, and Norishige Krengang of Japan, heading up to aboard the Soyuz.
You just fucking butchered so many names.
I can't pronounce those fucking names. I'm not even going to bother trying. But yeah, they're launching from Kazakhstan to go to the space station.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we've got also coverage of a SpaceX Dragon spacecraft rendezvous. So on the same time. So they're launching, the people go first. NASA's shooting 3 people up to the space station, and then SpaceX is sending a cargo rocket after. And then installation, of the space station. And then docking. So it takes, 2 days later they dock. You'd be sitting there for 2 fucking days waiting to dock up with this rocket, this space station,
I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore. But like we were talking about gut feeling before, it's this weird gut feeling that I have that we're not being told.
But the whole thing, whether it's true or not, if there's this gut feeling, there's there's no harm in asking questions.
Yeah.
And I think even sometimes like we look at it and we go, oh, you don't want to ask that question because of how it looks or what someone's going to say.
Well, you're immediately pigeonholed when you question any of this stuff.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
It's just it seems like a big...
Look at these cool photos of rockets.
Big charade.
There's people like big explosions and shit.
Because I want to believe in space travel.
Then believe in it.
If
you want to, then believe. Believe.
I want to not question it, yet what we're being served is so fishy.
Well, that's the thing.
Why is it so fishy?
For me, it's not so much about whether it's true or not. And I say this with these other discussions about other topics that we won't discuss on flat levels.
Because it's too hot potato.
Too hot potato at the moment.
Yeah.
But it's not so much about whether it's true or not. It's more about allowing your mind to
go back to basics.
No. It's about being able to look at something from a different perspective.
Yes.
And try to assume, well, what would it be like if that was fake, or if something was different to how it was?
Yeah. How would you go about doing it?
It's got nothing to do with trying to determine what's actually happening in the world. It's more about what's happening in your own brain and being able to determine that whole left brain, right brain, the spinning ballerina, and being able to, it's like it's just mind exercise, really.
Yeah.
Because if you just always use one side of the brain and always just take in what it is.
What I meant by going back to basics was strip it all back to just your experience, what you're looking at the moment.
Yeah. Common sense.
Don't go off what the stuff that's been given to you. But just go, look, okay, that's cool. That's one perspective, but I'm just going to look with my eyes.
The concept, but that's the thing. Back when we were kids and our parents before us, when it came to common sense was based on the knowledge they had and the knowledge we had and the environments we lived in. And now we say to people, use common sense. We could try to teach our kids, we could teach our grandkids, use common sense. But what is their definition of common sense? Their definition of common sense will be so different to our definition of common sense.
Yeah.
Because of the environments they will grow up in, the information they will have, not to mention, like we're saying with Tristan, history written by the winners. Information is provided by those who are employed to provide it. which obviously there's money behind that.
Yeah.
Fucking look at Wikipedia asking for money.
Yeah.
You know? So the idea, the concept of common sense is evolving.
Yeah. Yeah. What is
There's
common?
Two people listening.
We've lost it.
Two people listening. Johnny has no more common sense.
I know, but there are probably people screaming now, going, "But it's documented here and here," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it's still you're reading someone else's shit."
We'll fucking comment on that thing, like and share and subscribe and do all that fucking bullshit that people are programmed to fucking do when you watch a fucking YouTube video.
Yeah. But it's just
there will be no links in the description.
Do you know what it's a lot like? It's a little bit like, Plato's cave theory, where if you essentially raise a child in a cave and tell them this is all there is.
Yeah.
They are never going to question it, right?
Yep.
But if you extend Plato's theory to things like this, like space and the moon, how many how much of a sliver of the demographic of the entire population have actually done it? So you're essentially, it's like me going into a cave, right? And I've got money and I've been paid enough to have enough gear to go into this cave. And I walk out of the cave and I go, here's the photos. You've never been there. You've never been in the cave.
Yeah.
But you're going to base all your history on these photos that I've just given you.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of go, yeah, that's real, and
that's a cave.
So,
that looks like a cave to me.
So between me walking out of that cave, who the fuck knows what I'm showing you?
Yeah.
And if what I really actually saw in there, I'm not going to fucking tell you.
Yeah.
Because it's power, and information's power.
Yeah.
If you really know the structure of this universe and this Earth, would you really fucking tell anyone?
But do we? Well, that video we watched the other day about the mysterious creatures found under Antarctica. When the Russians drilled that hole through the ice and expected to find just black, dead, fucking frozen shit, they found life forms. They found flourishing sea creatures and plants and all this shit. Alien fucking things that we haven't ever fucking seen before.
Yeah.
And I can't understand how people are not fucking mind blown that there's these things that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Have so much fucking like it can change our whole understanding of what we know. But is it changing? Like, are people actually going, well, people just who gives a fuck? Yeah, you found a new species that's fucking 5 billion years old, doesn't even have fucking eyes and still alive.
Yeah.
I got Netflix.
Yeah, back to this. Yeah, back to this. Oh, la, la, la. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's what I did say.
But no, you're right. And it's weird. I'd like to go to Antarctica, but you can only get to a certain point. It's a real life Truman Show, everybody. Yeah, but fuck.
But yeah, there's so much more to this world. That's I think the scary thing is there's so much.
No, because we're like, even now, we wake up every day, we drive on roads that are built, and then we pay off shit that we don't really own, and then we die. That's most of humans now. That's pretty much all you do.
Well, if you're anything like me, you yell at cyclists on the side of the road in the morning. No. Okay. Our last little bit before we sign off. I will admit, I didn't abuse these cyclists, but right. I did. Okay, so I came around and it's the fucking Tour de Crawley, which is like 50 fucking cyclists all wearing their fucking lycra riding down the road. Now, old Dennis Committee is telling us about our fucking must be a meter, must be a mate fucking passing laws. Now, these cyclists, there was a cycle lane. So you've got the road and you've got about 1.5 meter cycle lane for all the cyclists to be in the lane. Do you think they were in the fucking lane? No, they weren't in the fucking lane. They were on the line of the lane and half in the fucking road. Yeah. And I came down going the speed limit, which was I think only 50 at the time because it was a sort of suburban road. So I had to slow down to 20 And I'm like sort of edging at this bike. I'm like, how the fuck do I get around him? There's cars coming the other way. This fucking cyclist had the audacity to turn around to me. He's riding. Yeah. And he looks at me and goes, slow down. Slow down. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I wound down the windows and I yelled out the window, get in your fucking lane. I said, get in the bike lane or pay for the fucking road. Oh, and they're just like, oh. I'm like, and I'm sitting there trying to, go the speed limit, keep the fucking meter without getting cleaned up by other fucking cars. Yeah. Not by and it's like there's middle islands that you can't get around. Yeah. Because these cyclists, they weren't even, and I yelled out, ride in single file. Yeah. Like I wasn't abusing, wasn't calling them names or anything, just saying single file, stay in the lane or pay for the roads and shit. Yeah. Or go the fucking speed limit. Because I couldn't fucking use the road that I'm paying for in the correct manner. Yeah. No, must be a meter, might be a mate. Fuck off. Fuck off, cyclists.
Were there people behind you as well, like traffic?
Yeah, there's a few. Well, not many because it was like fucking 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, cyclists have always been really fucking entitled.
Yeah, it's fucking arrogance and like they reckon because they're cyclists they have this sort of I don't know what it is. Yeah. Or if they get hit by a car, the driver's going to get in trouble because they're a cyclist. But they're abusing their fucking right to ride. They don't even have a fucking right to ride on the road. They're that vehicle that's not even going the speed limit, they're not even using correctly by staying in the lane that is designed for them in the correct manner. And then having the audacity to tell me to fucking slow down when I'm already going 20 fucking Ks under the fucking speed limit. Fuck's sake. I'm out.
Old man
Give
Johnny.
me a fucking microphone so I can drop it. Fuck. Jesus, cyclists. Must be a meter, must be a mate.
Do you feel better now?
A little bit.
Let it out.
Fuck, it's stupid.
That's all right.
So stupid.
We've lost people anyway. It's all good. It's all good. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, cheers.
It's been a interesting couple of days.
And hopefully, this will be around the end of the year in 2018.
Oh, yeah.
Is around the corner.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Fuck. And
have a good Christmas, New Year, holiday season, whatever. However you celebrate it, even if you don't, just have a good time. Make sure to love and be grateful.
And stay in your fucking bike lane.
Stay in your fucking bike lane, or Johnny will come and kill you. Thanks, guys. Yeah.